Now we start with the Middle East. Qatar's foreign ministry spokesperson has said that the details of U.S. President Donald Trump's 20-point Gaza plan still needs to be finalized. Speaking from Doha, Majed Al-Ansari has said that Qatar is neither optimistic nor pessimistic about the negotiations, but remains committed to the plan. Let's in fact listen into what he has said.
تتكون من 20 نقطة. تقريبا كل هذه النقاط هي بحاجة إلى تفسيرات تطبيقية على الأرض، وهو ما يحتاج طبعا إلى تواصل مع جميع الأطراف. كما تعلمون جميع الأطراف الآن موجودة هناك. لا يمكن وضع أي تعبير سواء كان متفائلا أو متشائما أو غير ذلك على المفاوضات. المفاوضات جارية. نحن ملتزمون بهذه الخطة بالشكل التي عرض، ملتزمون بالوصول لنهاية لهذه الحق. الآن وقت مبكر نحن نتحدث عن أي بدائل لأي خطط. نحن نتحدث عن تنفيذ هذه الخطة وتطبيق هذه الخطة. الأطراف جميعها وافقت على هذه الخطة، وبالتالي ليس هناك الآن حواجز من حيث الموافقة على 20 نقطة التي وردت في خطة الرئيس ترامب. العقبات الآن هي في التطبيق.
On the ground, Israeli tanks, boats and jets continued pounding on Gaza, denying Palestinians any respite on the anniversary of the deadly October 7 Hamas attack on 2023. This comes as indirect negotiations between Israel and Hamas progress in Egypt, addressing crucial issues such as Israel's withdrawal from Gaza and the disarmament of Hamas. Although there have been no breakthroughs, both sides have endorsed the overall principles of President Trump's plan, which seeks to halt the conflict, free hostages, and allow humanitarian aid into Gaza. Now, for this discussion, we're joined by Professor Kobi Michael. He's a senior researcher at INSS and Misgav Institute, joins us live from Israel. Thank you very much, Professor, for joining us again. Good to see you. So far, what do we know about these 20 points, which have been agreed and which have not, and what are the sticking points, if you could clarify that for us?
Hello, thank you for having me. I think that the main problem or the main challenge that all sides are trying to deal with right now is the first article of this 20 articles program, and this is the issue of the hostage releasing. I think that the article in this regard in the plan is very clear. Hamas has some difficulties with this article. Israel is not going to make any concessions with regard to this article, and I think that everything eventually is dependent on this article, the fulfillment, the implementation of this article. The official negotiation actually began, but it is negotiation in the technical level, not yet the leaders themselves. I mean, the heads of the delegations, and this I would say is a sort of preparations towards the real negotiation. And each side, mainly Hamas, tries now to gain more benefits or advantages with regard to this plan. And as I said before, I think that everything eventually is dependent on the first article, which is related to the hostages releasing.
And building on that, what is or who is Hamas suggesting when they say a body of independent Palestinian technocrat to rule Gaza post-war?
I think that our point of departure must be that Hamas does not intend to give up on its presence and influence in the Gaza Strip. Because Hamas perceives itself not as a partner of Fatah or the Palestinian Authority, but as a replacement of those. And Hamas understands pretty well that without having a sort of holding or presence or influence in the Gaza Strip, which is the major or crucial strategic asset for them, they will face severe difficulties in the West Bank, and this will weaken them. So this must be our working assumption, and therefore I really doubt the option that Hamas will be willing to dismantle itself from its weapon. I am more skeptical with regard to the option that Hamas will be willing to demilitarize the Gaza Strip, and I'm not too impressed when Hamas says that they are willing to support a technocratic committee or government, because as long as they will keep their military capacities, they eventually will influence any form, any alternative governance that will be there. And I think that this is what they have in mind, something like Hezbollah model that we knew in South Lebanon. And therefore, I think that even if we will succeed in implementing the first phase of the plan, which is the release of the hostages, we are going to face some very difficult and I would say challenging problems with regard to the other articles of this plan.
Thank you, Professor, for sharing that insight. Please stay with us as we stay on this topic now. In Gaza City, 2 years of war has left deep